The labor issue, I think, impacts every manufacturing company. We were fortunate to embrace automation early on, and if we had not, I don't think Vickers would be in business today. Our first automation project, I think, was in 2006, and we automated a process because it was physically too demanding on the team member, so it was out of necessity. The Vickers staff were terrified of it.
We didn't know how to maintain it. We didn't know how to program it. We were really intimidated from it. And I think probably the biggest thing was we didn't know how our employee base would react. And we were wrong on all fronts. It was reliable. It was relatively easy to do. And our employees actually fought over who got to run the cell as opposed to being threatened by it. We've always traditionally used the industrial robots, primarily because that's all we knew, but it was for speed, and these were cells that were doing a lot of repetitive day in, day out production. 24 hours a day, 5 days a week for 3, 4, 5 years. We really weren't that comfortable outside of that until we've come upon some new technology, particularly the CRX robots that FANUC provides. It does provide the next level of efficiency and freedom as you can work in and out of the cell. And to me, on the executive side, it was fascinating to watch.
From the pedestal to the little handheld, some use tablets, some just use a screen, touch screen. And from there, from that touch screen, you can pretty much do anything from reset it to pick the part up to put it down to relocate it with a simple touch of a button.
It's very user-friendly. It doesn't need a cage around it or anything like that. You put your boundaries in and it stops and it goes. And if anybody happens to break the boundary, it'll slow up or stop. If you hit into it, it stops immediately.
We were very fortunate. We came upon robo-drills through a customer of ours, and when we got them on our floor, we realized that they were incredibly nimble, useful machine for the applications that we need in certain cells. The price point with the FANUC robo-drill, the reliability of the FANUC robo-drill, and at the end of the day, our relationship with FANUC really made a difference, and it became our go-to choice of CNC machine in certain applications, and now just within a few years, we have 20 plus robo-drills on our floor and more to come.
The robo-drills offer a small package, high-speed machining center that is very welcoming to third-party integration. We're able to adapt the PMCs to fit our needs, and the service and support have been very great on that front as well.
What we're really excited about moving forward is because of utilizing CRX automation and the robo-drill together, there's a lot of synergy there. And not only the technology that is obvious synergy, but just working with FANUC as a whole. That's one of the reasons why we chose FANUC back all the way in 2006, is that we wanted to pick the most reliable partner potential in the industry, and they've delivered ever since. And so we have that same level of confidence on the CNC side.
And it saves a lot of time. It allows us to put out more product than we were before. It allows you to be able to focus on both efficiency and quality, because sometimes when you're hand loading it, like, you worry about not being fast enough, and then when you pick up the speed, you worry about you losing your quality because you're so focused on speed. But with that go-by, it kind of allows you to split the energy to both things.
I've always felt FANUC was the leader in the industry, and we've actually never looked elsewhere. When it came to automating our machine tending, there was probably no choice we even looked at other than FANUC.
The argument that you need a high volume opportunity and a predictable, steady opportunity only applies with automation is completely out the window. And now, not only that, the price point of entering that space is significantly less with the CRX opportunity and FANUC's technology. It is a complete game changer.
Without automation in our industry, I don't know how a company can survive and compete. Going forward, we want to be world-class automation, and if we do that, we're going to be very successful.